Sis lights. Sis lights. Sis left.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Okay. But if you would press that subscribe button at the bottom right of the video, I'd really appreciate it. And check out my YouTube channel at GFM_RDG. I have over 355 videos as of the publishing of this video. So if you'd help me by pressing that subscribe button, the only thing YouTube cares about is the hours that you put in watching and the that you've subscribed. That's all they care about. And they demand a whole bunch of subscribers. Way too many. For a new creator publisher, it's so hard to get subscribers. Now when the new things come out, like Space Legs, where you can run around on planets or in your ship or at a station, and a home base on a planet, we're talking about that too, and the fleet carriers, yeah, we'll be ready. You know, I'll make tons of videos on that stuff. Well, I'll make tons of videos on all the stuff, but things that I'm comfortable as a trader explorer. I'm not comfortable with everything, but you know, the trader, the explorer, and it's okay with the skimmers and stingers. That's okay. As combat goes, I mean, it just takes hundreds of them to go through each rank, though. I mean, I'm going to have to spend weeks at a time doing what we're doing here, going after skimmers and stingers. We're skimmer hunting. And we're probably going to have to do a lot of that over time. So it just takes so many. But this is probably the format that it's going to be in for the next few days, where you know, we'll just run around looking for stinger skimmers, and when we find them, if they're wanted, we kill them, and if they're not, we walk away. And we see ships next to trespass zones, and we're not touching that sucker. And we're going back to the main menu. We're just not going to even attempt being shot at from a ship because we shot at their skimmer stingers. And just don't watch the clock up there. That time you'll see space between them, because I got a day job that I'm on call 24/7, 365. So there'll be times where there might be hours between, but when I can, I come right back and start hunting again. but for you it'll be in a normal 30-minute to an hour and a half video somewhere in there. And you just watch as much as you enjoy. It's the main thing. I just want to give you stuff to be able to watch and where you can get comfortable at them, and like I have. I'm not into most of the shooter games. I'm not super into this part of the shooter game, but I'm elite in both trading and exploring, so it does get to the point I'm not elite in combat, so, and I have a novice rank, so I think, well, maybe I should add to it. Maybe I should try to do something about that. I mean, all I have to do is go run around this planet and look for stinger skimmers, and when I find them, I shoot, and they're wanted. That's the key. And if they're wanted, I shoot them. I like staying around Dev's Hope. I'm not trying to get too far away from it. And we'll shoot some of the rocks and collect some materials, but that's not our number one focus. Our number one focus is to find skimmer stingers. That's the number one thing that we're highest priority that we're doing. And we'll mix some things in there too. But we're just going to use up the 8 SRVs and go back to a nearby station and top them off again and come back and maybe use them complete several times. I would really like to get to competent rank on combat. I would really like to do that. And yes, eventually I want to fill up my materials completely. 100%. Just full. Can't take any more. That would be pretty cool. Now we will probably go over to, at some point, go over to Jameson. Now it's all night vision. It's always dark. So, and pick up some of those. It'd be okay to do some night vision ones too. Be different. But I wanted to do this one since it's in the day, sort of daylight. And we'll do some material collecting over at Dev's Hope and some of the time, and just keep doing different things. Going to the material trader and pushing stuff across to higher grades, and on these hills I've rolled down for a long time once. But I don't like going up the mountains unless I have an absolute target that I'm going after. And 10 kilometers from Dev's Hope, yeah, I don't know if I really want to go further than that. It's just like at Jameson Crash Site, you know, maybe stay within 10 kilometers of that too when we go over there. Yeah, I'm still afraid those top lips are Dav's Hope. It's too close to Dav's Hope. But part is just see what you can see. Just like twice I've been here at Dav's Hope and I've seen the ships that pass over top Dav's Hope. I've seen 2 of them crash. And it's just happened to be there at the time. I did collect one of them on video, so you need to look for that one. So probably put in Dav's crash or Dav's and ship or something like that in the search criteria, because I do have a video on it. Trying to have the video on all the time now. It takes a ton of hard drive space. I have something like 40 or 50 terabytes, and sometimes you can hear the roar in the background from my computer. I have a separate server for hard drives. You can get like 3 terabyte drives now for around 25 bucks. So I just keep pouring them into it, and I can handle like 24 in my drive array. So I just keep pouring them in there. Yeah, we might have a signal. But I like keeping all of my videos in case something happens and I can get them over to another YouTube-like place. But I mean, the cargo missions, that's a grind too. Is this right? And if you look down there at the balance, it's 5.8 billion. I mean, it takes a long time to get there. And I add to it. I mean, this last run, I added probably, it was over 300 million just in that short little stint. And that's with doing all the editing. Because if I'm just doing cargo runs, I can do about 1 billion in a week. But trying to put things on video and collecting everything on video, not so easy. Sure takes a long time to do stuff. So like what I'm doing here, I'm just recording, and I'll pull out some of it for a video along the way. So you'll get to see the firefights and stuff like that. I mean, that's what you're kind of here to see. People enjoy seeing the firefights, because I recommend doing the Skimmer Stinger thing. If you're reluctant to do the combat part, do that. Now make sure that you check their status first. Do not, or you'll be going to an interstellar factor to try to get rid of the warrant that's on you. So, and that's not good. You don't want to do that. I know I did it twice, hoping that I didn't get blown out of space at the same time. Yeah, there's a lot of this legal salvage sitting around up here. Looks like parts of an SRV. They got blown up. There's a lot of that. And we're just trying to keep from being one of those that got blown up. So you see all of that. And I don't want to collect it. You can certainly collect it. And if you need the credits, go for it. It's legal salvage. You can go after it all you want. Now, illegal salvage, you'll have to take it to a black market. And it'll say you have illegal cargo, and you can get blown up for having illegal cargo. And I'm not really into getting blown up. It's not my favorite thing to do. See, I'm thinking that's Dav's Hope that's coming up on the radar. I would have to say that's Dav's Hope. Well, they're still part of those containers over here too, so that's part of it. And I've seen ships that I didn't recognize at times out here. So it's good. I mean, it's good to kind of go roaming. Your SRV only holds 2 units at a time. I like starting out having a lock on Dav's Hope so I can kind of see it. Is this lights? Is this lights? And of course, that's Dav's Hope that's showing up on the sensor. Okay, we're pretty close. We might go down and do some more runs around Dav's Hope. See, that's manufactured materials. That's good stuff. And I'm not completely full on manufactured materials. And see, this is a good place just to kind of camp out. It's pristine reserves too here. So the surface materials, going after the skimmer stingers, collecting the encoded from the tower there at Dav's Hope, collecting the manufactured materials. That's all good. I mean, you could definitely spend a month here just collecting stuff. So you're going to see part of that in this video, where the main thing you're going to see is the firefights, but you're still going to see some surface mining and some material gathering from Dav's Hope. You see some of that too.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I just want there to always be plenty of content for you to see.
Incoming message.
It's about the encoding. what that message is. And I'm not the fastest. There's people that are very fast. They talk about it on the forums. You know, going around this thing in 60 seconds. Mine's probably around 75 to 90 seconds, somewhere in there. See, we've already got those because we started in the middle. I think I got most of these. Yeah, already got them. Like once a week they reset so you can pull them again. Yep, already got it. See, I think I've gotten them all. No, I got the one further down here on the left. I know I got that one. Go back to the main menu. It's called relogging. I always play solo play. That's all I play. It's me and the NPCs. And the NPCs are too much, so. This is encoding.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop deployed.
Sys lights. Sys lights. If you do this enough, you'll have enough materials, and you'll have your combat rating, and you'll have your explore rating, and you know, this kind of stuff. You do what I'm doing on the day-to-day grind. You do all of it, yeah, you'll be fine. Because we did surface scanning, like for the Road to Riches. We've done 9 million plus cargo missions per run. I mean, every run, like between Sothis and Cios. I mean, just constant. Just non-stop.
Incoming message. Cargo scoop
Okay.
deployed.
So we got 2 ships ahead, and they haven't messed with us yet. So I've always wondered what would happen if I started blasting the Skimmer stingers. What would they do, or what would any of the NPCs do? Sys lights. Sys lights. And so far, none of them have done anything about it. And some of you might have said, where's his side panels? They're all binded to voice. Because especially here at Dav's Hope, they get in the way when you're trying to collect stuff. So they're terrible. So that's all voice attack. That's where they're at. Okay, so let's go look for more Skimmer stinger stuff. I like making a few runs around Davs and then go look for stuff again. Because our primary purpose here is Skimmer stingers, wanted Skimmer stingers. That's why we're here. Yeah, that's that ship up there. And I've talked about it when we're out before, because ships will make that top sensor, that back sensor at the top, react. And that's what you were seeing. Well, at least I've gotten over 2 levels of combat. since I've been playing around with the combat part. And I'm sure the higher the rank, the more it takes. I think it's like 500 million for the novice. That, I'm thinking it's that. I don't think it's the 250 million. Could be though. And I'm sure I have enough for a video. Enough recorded content, so I'll just need to put some of that together and put out the video that you're watching. I'll cut out a lot of the dead time, so you're just seeing the stuff that you're here to see. Look around, see those lights are on or not. We are seeing some at the top. The noise is from the raw materials, but we need to go after as much of that upper stuff on that back radar as possible. So that has to be part of the daily grind. The rotation is coming here in Jameson and just spending tons of time. I mean, we just have to do that. Because I got to get the combat rank up. And for me, I'm the most comfortable with the Skimmer Stingers, and because it is pretty simple. It's cover and status. Checking the status and finding cover. And it works out really good. Because if you have good cover, they can't get a lock on you. And you got them. They're in your pocket. That's probably a satellite. And a lot of times it's only one stinger, but it's easy. It's when you get more than two you can pretty well handle. But 3 or more, not as easy. Now here's a heel that might be good enough, but like I've said, you don't have trouble out of one. You don't even have to go on top where the turrets are with the camera. You just come straight at it, and when he comes out, you just fire. You just non-stop fire at him. Now, make sure. See, Sentry Skimmer wanted.
Target destroyed.
And it's that easy. Now we can scan it for encoded material.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Okay. Look around, see if there's any materials in there too. If there's not. And that one's it.
Trespass zone.
Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, combat rank edition. Is this up? We're trying to increase our combat rank. Is this lights? Is this lights? Is this right? See, we're at 15% of combat rank of novice. Still got some ways to go. There might be some upper blips right already back here. See if we can find it. Of course, it wants to turn us toward Dab's Hope, because that's just what it does. It turns you completely around as much as possible. Because it's working as intended. So we're always told. It's intended to turn you in a 380 degree every time it barely slips. That's intended. We don't care about reality. Yeah. We know they don't care about reality. In a lot of areas. Well, we just need to get that combat rank up. And it is a grind to get it up. We need to find skimmers and stingers. That's what we need to find. And our signal keeps going away. And of course our ship, our SRV, keeps trying to go in circles. And I've got it, the power distribution set as low as I can for engines. And it still tries to spin you out constantly. It takes hardly any turning at all, or any maneuvering at all, to try to spin you out. Because that's the way it's intended to be. Sis left. Got 21 kills. And it's extremely slow grind. Well, we're hoping we're going toward skimmer stingers. Still got plenty of fuel for what we're doing. Yep, I see some canisters over here. Rolling down the hill. Can't really tell if there's going to be, or what there's going to be. Wanted, wanted, and wanted. Yeah, there are some places, like right here. And there's some on the other side too. So we like our SRV being behind the hill.
Okay, scoop. Retracted. Target destroyed. Handbrake is on. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
We go see what they were protecting.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Nothing real important, it doesn't look like. So we work our way down
Trespass
too.
zone cleared.
See some of that debris just floating downward because we're on the side of a cliff. This could be the canisters. That we're getting readings on. Can't go too fast or if we start tumbling, we'll tumble all the way down to the bottom. And there's still debris over there tumbling. And some debris down there. Yeah, it's those canisters. Get past the canisters and we can tell that's all of it. Probably wind up in one of those craters. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Is this right? We're up. Well, I think we were 15 last time too. Maybe that'll rise. Is this left? Is this left? We're up to 24 kills.
Handbrake is on.
So we got kills. Is this lights? Is this lights? Kind of have a funnel going downward. But it's a grind. Keep getting kills. But we're only at 15%. About a half a tank. Those upper blips are probably those planes up there. I mean those ships. Trespass zone over here.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Wanted, 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 wanted. I mean, they're all wanted. So that part's good.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Under attack. Target destroyed. Warning, you have entered a trespass zone. Cargo scoop deployed. Trespass zone cleared.
Is this right? It's up to 16. Made a whole point from all that. Wanted, wanted, wanted. There's plenty of wanteds. Probably need to find a better position. I just don't know if we can fire from there.
Handbrake is on.
See, we're just in a bad spot. It's probably a lot better. Wanted. 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 Always trying to make sure.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I mean, we don't really want anything anyway
Trespass zone.
from here.
Trespass zone clear.
Well, we got 17% and 30 kills. Let's see if we can find a few more. Well, we're at 17. We started out at 8, so we got 9. All that work for 9%. Just need over 10 times that. Just gotta keep going at it until we get it all. Might need 300 kills. I think I see them. And there is a trespass zone. We just need to find cover and make sure that they're wanted. Wanted, 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 wanted. You just want to make sure. Take the tallest one and fire.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
That's material.
Trespass zone cleared.
We're at 18%, so that was a whole 1%. Sis left. $33 kills. That is a whole lot of work for so little. We should be about on top of it. There it is. It's encoded for us.
Incoming message.
Yeah, we have a trespass zone. I think it's better to be on the lower side of these things. They're wanted. So far they've all been wanted. Wanted, wanted, wanted. Just making sure.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Handbrake is on. Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Okay. 19%. Barely creeping. At least we're not wanted. Oh. See, above the fuel, it would say wanted up there. If we were wanted, if we didn't check all the statuses and got ourselves in trouble. Yep, we have trespass zone. Very soon. Probably need to go around it, or not climbing on top of it. There it is. Might have to circle around. Yeah, that's still pretty good because you're only taking on one at a time. First, we're going to have to back down where we can actually see what they are. Wanted. We got a wanted. See, there's two wanteds and a wanted. So, okay. That's all we needed to see. See, I like that.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Handbrake is on. Target destroyed.
Yeah, we don't have to go see it. Probably a down satellite over there. A trespass zone is probably one skimmer. Wanted.
Target destroyed.
Is this right? Still 20. There's only one. Thank you for watching my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, combat rank edition. Just trying to build our combat rank up. And on the forums, I asked a question about has anyone ever been attacked by support ships? And if you said some will hang around the trespass zones, which we've kind of seen that, and some say that you could exit to the main menu. Now that's not the good purest way of doing things, but that can solve it, which I'm all for exiting to the main menu. I'm not a purist, but how do you use the way it was intended? See, that works both ways. It's working the way it was intended. So it works for the players too. And relogging, or logging out, logging back in, so relogging is the way it was intended. So we're going to take advantage of some of that. And it is a trespass zone. That'll probably give us one skimmer. But make sure you check his status before you shoot him. We haven't seen a non-wanted since we've been at Dab's Hope, but check his status. And he's wanted.
Target destroyed. Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.